Happy New Year!
Hey! Happy New Year!
It's so exciting.
This week's episode to talk about 2019.
Yeah, great movies, great television, and then maybe looking forward a bit.
And 2020.
Yeah. Da, 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 da.
How's that song that nobody knows the lyrics, but everybody sings? There's a joke about it on Teen Titans. Like, there's this song on New Year's.
Should old acquaintance be forgot?
Yes.
Anyways.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, boy, 2019 was busy. I was looking through...
Last episode of 2019. Next time we see you, it's going to be a different year.
We won't see you until next year.
A different decade. Wow. Talk about time travel.
Yeah. Good times. Very good times. This was a big year.
It was.
Disney
Next year's going to be bigger.
Yeah.
266 days. It's going to be a leap year.
It'll actually be bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready to talk about movies. Let's be focused on that. But yeah, leap year. So, okay.
So what we got?
Okay, well, let's start with Disney because they kind of dominated everything.
As they do.
This year. Between their own live-action reboots and Star Wars and Marvel, a lot of the biggest movies this year came out of Disney.
Yes.
Such as?
Reboots. We had Lion King.
Yeah.
We had Aladdin.
Mm-hmm. And of the two, I'd say Aladdin was the most successful.
Yeah.
The Lion King was almost verbatim a remake.
Well, the problem with the Lion King is there was a remake. That's Aladdin was sort of the same too. The problem with
but they did different. It felt like an actual different movie.
Aladdin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was different actors. Will Smith is on.
But like line for
different. They are both awesome, but different.
Sure.
Different takes on the genie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Lion King, I don't know. Lion King felt kind of soulless, cold. I didn't excite.
I guess. Yeah, but the first one was so perfect. Like.
Yeah.
That's okay. But Aladdin was fun. And then we had Toy Story 4, which was a fun surprise. Toy Story 3 really seemed to end that franchise, but Rashida Jones had more to tell.
Yeah. They tried to make people cry again. It was okay. I thought 3 was a good way to end.
It was.
And then they ended again. I guess it's a Disney thing. Star Wars ended twice.
Yeah.
Already on episode 6, and then on episode 3, and then it's like, you know what? Let's end this. It's like I thought it ended in 2003, 4. I can't remember.
I don't remember what year it was. Yeah, people keep talking about how sad it is that this is the end of Star Wars, but we've been through this a couple of times, and it's gonna be okay. And also, I think you're right. This isn't the end of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Or the end of any franchise that Disney owns that's going to make them money.
At least with episode 3, it would be definitely the last time we would see characters like Anakin.
Yep.
He turned to the dark side.
Mm-hmm. Padme was pretty
dead.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan would soon become too old and die.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean the actor, because McGregor's still alive. So, yeah.
But, the MCU.
What we had this year.
We had Captain Marvel.
Yes.
But really the big one, obviously, was EndGame. And this was a film that was over a decade in the making, really.
Yes.
And I think I was really satisfied with it. It was a good like, climactic finale to... I thought I enjoyed it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was the Marvel movie we deserved.
Yeah. They have the proper closure to Robert Downey Jr. character. He started the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Iron Man.
He did.
And he was the one that ended this chapter on the in the book.
Yeah, in a really beautiful way, I thought.
Yeah. No, it was cool.
Very poignant. So that was good. And then right after that, we kind of picked right up again with Spider-Man Far From Home.
Spider-Man Far From Home. With the
which was another
Fallout.
Iron Man movie.
Pretty much. But most of Marvel movies are, at least the most successful ones.
Yeah.
Even the ones that don't have him kind of copy him. You know, if the humor, not all the Marvel comics needed to be humorous, but it became a thing with Iron Man, so it's cake recipe they just follow.
I've enjoyed most of those.
Yeah, I did. I love cake. I'm not saying I don't like it.
Okay, well, the other big contribution from Disney this year is obviously The Rise of Skywalker, which I've already talked about pretty extensively.
Yeah.
But it seems to still be overall well-liked among fans.
Yeah. It was a satisfying way to close.
Yep.
I mean, considering the circumstances. Yeah, considering what happened in the previous chapter. Everything was fixed and everything was closed and
Yeah. All right. Well, let's put Disney and their subsidiaries on the back burner and look at DC.
Shazam was fun as heck.
Yeah. We added that to our Christmas movie lineup this year. And, I still love that movie. Sometimes I walk out of the theater and I'm still, like, so into the movie experience that I like most movies if you ask me right after the movie theater. By the time I get home, not always. Yeah. Shazam, I still love it. Still fantastic.
Yeah. Great cast, great story, fun.
Yeah.
Promises of more, a sequel in the making.
Yeah.
Following that, we went from the fun, light-sided side of DC to the dark side.
So dark with Joker.
Dark Knight realm. Even before the Dark Knight, there was a Joker.
Yeah. And this film is getting a lot of accolades and nominations and all the rest. And I think they're well-deserved.
Yeah.
I think it holds its own against any... Well, I would challenge even Martin Scorsese to deride the Joker.
Well, he never accused DC of making bad movies. He accused Marvel.
Well, fair enough. I'm just saying.
And if anything, the Joker pays homage to Scorsese movies, you know?
Yeah?
Taxi Driver?
You
know, that guy has a lot of the character from Taxi Driver, you know? And, you know, he's a man forgotten by society. He's like, you know, he's alone. He's a pariah. Is that like
yes, pariah is a really good word.
The movie works really well on ambiguities and doesn't tell you everything, which is good. It's not really necessary, and is not trying to fit a continuity or a narrative universe. So they have the freedom to do whatever, and they do it really well.
Yep, they did a great job. Okay, but comic books and Disney were not the only things happening in cinemas in 2019.
Yes.
What were some of the other highlights for you this year?
Some awful ones. Ad Astra was like...
That was a bummer.
Oh.
There were moments where it was so cool. I just never quite got there. That's okay. But there were some good ones, though.
Was the first Man this year?
Honestly, I don't remember. I thought Captain Marvel was like almost 2 years ago, but nope, that was this year. So I'm not a good person to ask about dates.
No, it was summer. Yeah, we had 2 Captain Marvels.
Yeah, we did.
One is Shazam.
Yeah.
Which is actually
That's
Captain
not confusing
Marvel,
at all.
Yeah.
Anywho.
What else?
We had a third John Wick.
Yes, that was fun.
Which was very fun.
That was really good.
And we did a lot to expand the John Wick universe. So that was cool. And then we had another sequel that I really enjoyed, was Zombieland Double Tap.
Yeah.
Totally lived up to Zombieland, which Yeah, it was hilarious, but poignant and gross in all the right ways.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really great, a solid sequel. We had a few good, like, historical biopic type films, like with Rocket Man.
Yeah, and Terminator.
Yes, that's very historical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Terminator didn't get enough love, so it might be the last one. It might doom the franchise.
Yeah. Honestly,
even
I
though
forgot about
James
it.
Cameron only makes gold, he only is perfect. He commented the other day that he could beat the Avengers with a re-release of Avatar, but
Sorry, Mr. Cameron. I don't want to knock down the good movies he's made, but bless his heart.
Yeah, that's the thing about these good movies. It's like, did he make? Like everything he makes is kind of like a copy, and it's not like a homage kind of copy. That is like, oh, this director is paying respect to the great directors from the past. No, everything he claims that he's a genius. Sure. And everything he does comes from his mind. Like Terminator, that actually comes from an X-Men comic book.
I'll give him this, though. Avatar was a really, truly, visually stunning version of Ferngully.
Or Pocahontas.
Yeah, mostly Ferngully, I would say.
Or Irasema. There's like so many native legends that...
Yeah. All right,
but
so
they
Terminator
blew, but they
make
blew. You know, that's makes it. Whoa, that's great.
Okay, so Terminator wasn't well loved. What did you think of Rambo?
I thought it was a good ending.
Yeah.
It was fun to finally see how Rambo again and to end in a way that, you know, resemble more the very first one than the previous one, which has a little bit of the first one, but was only at the end. This one was the whole thing. He was back home and war comes home.
Stallone has done a good job of aging, I think, his characters.
Yeah.
He did it with Rocky in a really nice way, aging him through like the 8 bajillion Rocky movies, but then also into Creed. He doesn't try to make the same movie over and over. He lets the character age and evolve in a nice way. Very successfully. I respect that.
Yeah.
Okay, now the historical biopic type films.
Isn't Rambo a biopic? I thought. Okay.
I'm really sorry, honey. Rambo's not
I don't know.
a real person.
That remains a mystery.
Sure.
To be proven, not disproven.
Elton John, though, he's a real guy.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah. It was nice. It made me cry. Very emotional. Rocket Man, I thought, was very emotional.
Even there's a lot of fiction there. There's not actually...
There is. It did kind of dance across that line several times.
Yeah, but they did a good job.
They did, and... Well, I just got to feel good for him on this side of sobriety. You know, it's nice to have a story like that has a happy ending. You know, that he was able to turn his life around and still be successful and have a family and be sober.
Yeah, he became an EGOT after.
Oh, yeah.
All that, you know, Lion King and
good for him.
All that. Yeah.
Okay, we also had...
Oscar expected, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That's one that might get nominations, at least got nominations for Golden Globes. And I might get nominations for the Oscar, which is another year with a musical biopic. Last year we had Freddie Mercury with
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes. Yeah. And this one might get the same love and appraisal.
Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. That's going to be competing with them, though.
Yes.
For a lot of similar awards. And again, well deserved.
Yeah. It was good. It was different than I thought. But at the end it works really well. Tom Hanks is Tom Hanks.
He is. He's wonderful. And I feel kind of dumb. I didn't recognize this, or it didn't really occur to me when we were watching the film, because I was just along for the ride. But the whole film is structured like an episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh, we talked about that.
Yeah, I guess I just thought, like, oh, it has elements from the episode, or from an episode, but, like, it's formatted exactly the same way. The entire, like, if you were to make, like, an agenda of the episode, like, we have the welcoming song, he introduces the guest, Mr. McFeely comes, we watch Picture Picture, we meet our guest, we go to Neighborhood of Make-Believe, talk some more with our guest, and then the goodbye song. So it's basically Mr. Rogers for grown-ups.
Just to close on movies, we
Mm-hmm.
have the biopics, the more serious drama movies that are nominated. We had the Joker. Isn't a biopic?
Mm-hmm.
It's fiction. Had a lot of nominations for Golden Globes. Expect to see nominations for the Oscars. We had Ford
for sure.
versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
We had
Current Wars.
Britain and Neighborhood. Current War.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one?
Dark Phoenix?
Dark Phoenix. Or maybe special
what?
effects. But Tarantino, as usual.
Oh, yeah.
Got nominations in my
Mm-hmm.
head. Jojo Rabbit.
Yes. Those two.
That
Those
was
were
a
my
fun
two.
surprise.
Yeah, that movie came out of nowhere. I thought, and I'd like to see it. And the people involved win lots of awards.
Yeah, we talked about it, so you're not gonna
Mhm.
spend a lot of time. If you wanna check Jojo Rabbit episode, you can get more details on why we think he should get awards or nominations or both.
Yeah.
What else?
Okay, television?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Television.
Okay, we had Apple Plus and Disney Plus come out in
So
2019.
many pluses.
Yeah.
And more streaming services announced
Mm-hmm.
coming in the future.
Yep. Apple Plus, I was kind of underwhelmed. I mean, there were some nice programs there, but
It's
I don't know. Nothing that made me think we must have this.
yeah, it's way too small.
Mm-hmm. But Disney Plus brought with it The Mandalorian.
And the entire Disney catalog.
Yeah, but also The Mandalorian, which is probably one of the greatest things that's
And all the Star Wars
happened.
movies.
Yes.
All the Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of. There's still some.
Yeah, there's still a couple holdouts hanging out on Netflix and stuff, but
Yeah.
but from a television point of view, Disney Plus brought us, I don't know.
Yeah. The Mandalorian is probably the best thing
Mhm.
there.
And
by distance.
mm-hmm. And they're bringing more. Are we getting any new series in 2020
Yeah, I mean.
from them or Apple or anybody?
Marvel shows will come to
Mm.
Disney Plus. Some Star Wars shows. A second season of The Mandalorian is guaranteed for next fall.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we might see more original content there.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Well, they got off to a good start.
And
So.
they should give all to Filoni and Jon Favreau.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, the guys know what to do.
Oh, bless them. They're wonderful. They're doing great work. We had endings for a couple of great HBO series. Veep ended. I thought it was a great
Yes.
series finale. I like it that device where they like skip way ahead to the future, so that the last episode is kind of a finale and epilogue all in one. That seems to be a really effective
Yeah.
way to end a series.
Mm-hmm. Silicon Valley used some of the same
Oh, that's right. They ended too.
strategies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was quite content with both finales, even though I'll miss the shows.
Game of Thrones pissed people off because
Yeah.
I guess they expect Jon to become king and all that. But Game of Thrones is a show known for surprising people, and so hey, surprise again.
What bothered me about the Game of Thrones finale wasn't that Jon didn't get the throne. I was okay with that. Like, clearly the Targaryens have caused enough problems, and it's a good idea to move on from that messed up family. Those last couple episodes just felt they felt rushed and empty compared to the emotional drama and the intensity of the previous seasons. There's like all this build up, and then the first couple episodes of the season really dragged out, and then she's dead and the throne is melted and now we're done.
Well, she's dead.
But like there should have been so much more. Like they just like skipped. It was like anyway. It just felt like I was writing a paper in college that was due at midnight, and I was stuck on a conclusion, so I just banged something out and sent it in. Like, I don't know.
Wow.
It fell short. It fell short to me of the rest of the writing standards of the rest of the series.
Wow. Yeah.
Anyways, those were my thoughts.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
I thought it was okay. I for everybody that thought that Daenerys should be queen and a rightful and just queen. She was damaged. She was sold and raped since she was a little girl. So yeah, she always wanted revenge and she got it. And Jon said, "Oh, I love you. You'll always be my queen," and did what needed to be done and went back to the north where he belongs.
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with that. I just don't like the way they told it.
Okay.
That's all. We also have had CW has spent the last couple of seasons building up to the Crisis on Infinite Earths, and they got that started this year.
Yes, the
That's
first
been a
half was
blast.
released last month.
Mhm.
This month,
This month.
the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
And they're gonna release the last half in the beginning of January. You're gonna see how they're gonna solve that big problem.
Yes, the big problem being the universe has been destroyed.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's not great. But that's been a pretty spectacular television event.
Yep.
What a time to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying
They
it.
used the whole DC contents everywhere and put it together like they should be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really fun to watch. What was not fun to watch, but super compelling, and one of my favorite TV miniseries of all time ever, was Chernobyl. And that was this year.
Yeah. Again, another highly nominated, highly praised by critic and public show. Really well done.
Yeah.
And yeah, HBO being HBO.
Love those guys. What else? Television highlights for you.
The end of Big Bang Theory.
Oh, I forgot about
Which
that.
is kind of like, oh, he gets the Nobel Prize. They kept like selling that idea for past 2 seasons, and he got it. He thinks his family, which is not his family, which is a trend on TV, friends or family, even though everybody comes from a family. But usually they bring the families to the show and like destroy the family. The family is somehow, it's very rare to have someone that comes from a happy family. And when it comes from a happy family, the family is like freaks. Like, oh, this guy have a mom and a dad and they married and.
Marshall.
Next year, 2020. What we expect to see? 2020 vision.
Probably the thing I'm most excited for. Oh, 2020 vision.
Yeah.
Ew. Aw. Definitely what I'm most excited for is Wonder Woman 1984. If I could see one movie next year, only one, that's the one I would go to see.
Yeah, that looks fun. This is gonna be cool. Gal Gadot, DC,
Kristen
Prime
Wiig, Pedro
woman
Pascal.
character. Yeah, they have a great cast.
Yeah.
I'm curious since he died in 1984. There's a lot of.
Oh yeah.
What's gonna happen?
How the heck is Steve Trevor there? What in the world? I think there were some hints in the trailer, but that's for another conversation.
Yeah.
Also,
Marvel is bringing their own woman. Overdue Black Widow. After everybody did a Black Widow movie, they finally decided to do one. And surprise is not origin story per se. It's not a ancient story from her past. It's actually too close. It's like right before. They made sure they would be right before Infinity War, and we even have Robert Downey Jr. rumored to be on it. Because they can't do it
so another Iron Man movie disguised as somebody else's movie. I love Iron Man, but
one would hope she at least would have the Russian accent she should, but she suddenly forgot the accent. I guess she's super spy.
Just like you did.
Yeah, what?
Forgot the Russian accent.
That was good. No,
it was an accent.
It's a Russian. It's a southern Russian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Close to Europe.
I rescind my mocking comments then.
Yeah.
Disney's finally doing a live action reboot that looks like it should... Mulan. They're coming out with Mulan. And from the trailers, it looks like this is how a live action redo of a movie should be done. And I'm pretty excited about it.
Except that there's no Donny Osmond or the dragon.
Like I said, this is how a live action reboot should be done. It's being treated as a it's like the same story, but doing it from a live action perspective. And
I don't know. I don't think it's diverse. There's no black people there. Okay, what else do you have?
We're getting a new James Bond.
Yes, Too Young to Die, whatever it was. Never,
I think so.
Something die. It always have something to die. And
yeah,
Daniel Craig's last James Bond is coming next year.
And we're also adding, speaking of big franchises, we're also adding well, I guess they're not big. Anyway, Bill and Ted and Top Gun are also getting new movies.
Maverick, Bill and Ted are back.
Yeah. Christopher Nolan is coming back with
Tenet. Looks good.
Yeah, you could. I don't need to see any trailers. You can just say, "Hey, Christopher Nolan's doing another film."
That wasn't actually the trailer. That was the first
teaser.
9 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
From time to time, IMAX does that. They release
the
beginning of the movie with a big movie, and they did that with Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Well, either way, if his name is on it, I want to see it. That's probably going to be pretty great. Oh, yeah, Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
The girls of DC.
There are a lot of girls kicking butt in the movies next year.
Wonder Woman,
Harley Quinn.
Yeah. And her Fantabulous
posse.
Emancipation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, 2020 is going to be a good year. Good year. We're also getting Venom and Quiet Place sequels.
Quiet Place? I thought the first one was good.
I didn't think it needed a sequel.
But yeah, me too. But if they're going to do it, we're going to watch and see what happens.
We'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
And then...
What are they going to do? They're going to kill the mom now? Yeah.
I hope not.
Well, we'll see.
I don't think he'll do that.
For me, that moms need to die, so, we just talk about that. Okay.
Kingsman,
the prequel.
Yeah.
Next movie on the series. Fun.
Yeah.
Based on a comic book?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Good times. All right. Well, that's
yeah.
That's it for me.
That's it. We pretty much skipped everything Netflix brought to us, and they did brought a lot of cool stuff, like The Irishman, Dolomite, Murder Mystery.
Oh yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah.
Oof. There's a lot of content out there.
And
there's a lot of good stuff happening.
It was a great year. A lot was over. Star Wars was over again. The MCU was over again.
Over.
Yeah. They're gonna try to move on to a different characters because Disney doesn't want to pay the actors. Pay actors. Who need us actors? Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot more to come next year. It's gonna be fun, and we're gonna be here to discuss. Thank you for your company, and see you next year. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Bye!
Bye!
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to light?